my friends, and welcome back to Learn English, Grow Yourself. I am Mel, and I am already smiling because today we have a super practical and motivating book to explore. But first, here is a question for you. When you wake up in the morning, what is the very first important thing you try to do? Do you open your phone? Do you check messages? Or do you try to do the hardest task of your day? Stay with us because we are going to show you how doing one simple thing can change the way you work and the way you learn English.
And I am Matt, and I am absolutely sure that most people listening will say they open their phone first. Because honestly, Mel, I do that too. But this book tells me that maybe I should not.
You are not alone. Actually, most of us start our day with the easiest tasks, or the most distracting ones. And this book, Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy, says the opposite. If you want to be productive, successful, and calm, you need to start with the difficult but important task. The book calls it the frog.
Yes, the frog. A very strange image, but it works because no one wants to eat a frog. It is uncomfortable, it is not fun, it looks difficult. And the idea is simple. If you must eat a frog, it is better to do it first thing in the morning. And if you have two frogs, eat the biggest one first.
Exactly. And this idea is more than productivity. It is also a mindset. It means facing the difficult things directly instead of avoiding them. And for English learners, this can be a real game changer. But we will get there later. First, let us dive into the conversation. Matt, what was your first reaction when you heard the phrase, eat that frog?
Honestly, I imagine myself in a kitchen with a very confused face. But then I understood. Brian Tracy is telling me that delaying difficult tasks makes our day harder. And I must say, he is right. Because I always delay paperwork, accounting, emails. And when I delay them, they become bigger and bigger in my head.
And heavier, too. The more we delay something important, the more stress we feel. And that stress follows us all day, sometimes all week. So the big idea of the book is identify your most important task, then do it first. Not second, not after a coffee. First.
But here's the problem. Most people do not know which task is the most important. Or they tell themselves that easy tasks are urgent, like answering every message, cleaning the desk, reorganizing the pen collection.
Wait, do you have a pen collection?
I will not answer that question.
That means yes.
Maybe.
So, the book starts with clarity. Brian Tracy says that before doing any task, you must know your goal. What do you want? What is the result you want to create? And this is where many people stop. They never think about their goal, so they cannot choose their main task.
Right. And the book suggests something very helpful. Write a list of all tasks, then choose the most important one. Not the easiest, not the most fun, the one that will bring the biggest improvement in your job or your life.
And that is usually the frog.
Yes. Yesterday, my frog was writing a difficult proposal for a client. I avoided it for 2 days. Then I said, fine, I will eat the frog. And I wrote it before I checked my messages. And you know what? My whole day felt lighter. And I also felt proud because the difficult thing was already done.
That is exactly what the book promises. When you complete a big, important task, your confidence grows, your energy grows, and your motivation grows. And that is why this method works so well.
But Mel, then there's another idea in the book, the power of planning the day the night before.
Yes, Brian Tracy says that planning your day only takes 10 minutes, but it can save hours. When you plan before sleeping, your brain works on your plan during the night. And when you wake up, you already know what your frog is.
My brain usually works on random dreams, but I understand the idea. If I plan my next day at night, I do not waste time choosing what to do in the morning.
And wasting time in the morning is very dangerous because the mind is fresh for a short period. We all know that feeling. Morning energy is special, and that is the moment when the frog must be eaten.
That is why this book is not about working faster. It's about working smarter. Choose the important thing and do it before your brain gets tired. Very simple, very powerful.
And the book gives principles. For example, the 80-20 rule. It means that 20% of your tasks produce 80% of your results. So if you have 10 tasks, only 2 are truly important.
And guess which 2?
The frogs.
Correct. The rest is noise. Nice to do, but not essential.
This reminds me of learning English. Many learners spend time on small details like memorizing every single synonym instead of practicing speaking. And speaking is their frog.
Yes, for some learners, grammar is the frog. For others, listening. For others, pronunciation. But if they start their study session with their frog, they progress much faster.
And I know that some of our listeners are thinking, but Pat, I do not want to do difficult tasks first. I want to warm up with something easy. That's normal, but the book explains that after doing the big important thing, you can do as many easy things as you want. And they will feel even easier because your mind is not stressed by that unfinished important task.
Let us talk about another idea, the importance of long-term thinking. Brian Tracy says that successful people think about the future more often than unsuccessful people. They ask themselves what actions today will make their future better.
Yes, and that's why the frog is important, because frogs are usually tasks that create long-term results. They are not urgent, but they are important. And important tasks define your future.
The book also mentions focus, one task at a time, no multitasking, because multitasking is basically bad focus with a nice name.
Very true. Multitasking divides the brain, and when the brain is divided, the quality of work becomes lower. So the best way to eat a frog is to sit, breathe, and give full attention to the task until it is finished.
And I want to add something. The book says you should prepare everything you need before starting. If you need water, fill the glass. If you need notes, prepare them. If you need quiet, find a quiet space. Because every small distraction can delay frog eating.
And delay returns stress, always.
There is also the idea of creative procrastination. This surprised me. The book says you cannot do everything in life. There is not enough time. So you must choose what to delay. And you should delay low-value tasks.
Yes, that idea is wonderful. You are allowed to procrastinate, but choose wisely. Procrastinate on things that do not matter. Never procrastinate on frogs.
I think this is one of the most powerful lessons for learners, too. You cannot learn everything every day. You must choose. If your goal is speaking fluently, focus on speaking. Delay the low-value things.
Exactly. And now, before we continue, we have a quick message for our listeners. If you are enjoying this conversation, remember to subscribe to Learn English, Grow Yourself. Share this podcast with friends who love books or want to improve their English. It really helps the channel grow and helps more learners join our community.
Yes, subscribe now, or your next frog will be to remember to subscribe later.
And that is a small frog. Easy to eat.
Returning to the book, let us talk about personal responsibility. Brian Tracy says that no one will come to save you. No one will eat your frog for you.
And that is a bit sad because I would really like someone to eat mine sometimes.
Poor Matt. But yes, responsibility means facing your day with honesty. If something is difficult, it is still your task. If something is important, only you can do it. And this idea is powerful because responsibility gives you control.
The book also talks about goals and deadlines. When you put a deadline on a frog, it becomes more real. Without deadlines, frogs jump around your schedule forever.
And frogs are good jumpers.
Exactly. Also, the book recommends breaking big frogs into small pieces. If the frog is too big, you feel overwhelmed. But if you cut it into slices, you can eat one slice at a time.
That is a lovely image. A sliced frog. Delicious.
Please do not describe it. I am trying to keep my appetite.
All right, but for learners, this is important. Break big goals into small, clear actions. Instead of saying, improve my English, say, practice speaking for 10 minutes. Or listen to an English story for 15 minutes.
These are small slices.
The book also teaches the ABCDE method. A for very important tasks, B for important but not essential, C for nice tasks, D for tasks you can delegate, and E for tasks you can eliminate.
I love the eliminate category. Many people do unnecessary things every day, and they do not know they can stop.
Yes, I eliminated checking social media every 30 minutes. Now I check only twice a day, and it gives me more time and more calm.
The book also reminds us that discipline is a muscle. The more you practice eating frogs, the easier it becomes. The first frog is always the hardest, but after 2 weeks of consistency, you start to enjoy the feeling of finishing difficult tasks.
The success feeling, the freedom feeling, the I can do it feeling.
And that is why we chose this book, because learning English also requires discipline. Not punishment, not perfection. Discipline simply means doing what's important, even when it's not easy.
So now let us move to vocabulary, because this is Learn English, Grow Yourself, and we always support your learning. Mel, do you want to start?
Sure. One useful word today is procrastination. It means delaying something you need to do. Example, I procrastinated my homework until midnight.
A personal remark, I procrastinate on cleaning my kitchen all the time.
A second word is priority. It means something that is more important than other things. Example, studying English for 15 minutes should be your daily priority. And my remark, coffee is also one of my priorities. I will not lie.
A third expression is time management. It means organizing your time well so you complete your tasks. Example, good time management helps you learn faster. My remark, time management is easier with a calendar and impossible with 10 open tabs.
Another good word is clarity. It means being clear about what you want. Example, with clarity, you can start your day with confidence. And my remark, I only have clarity after my morning coffee.
And let us add one more. Long term. It means something over a long period of time. Example, reading every day brings long-term improvement. My remark, thinking long-term helps you focus on big goals, not short distractions.
Excellent. Now let us finish with a small practice moment.
Yes. First, a listening challenge. Repeat after me. My most important task is my priority today. Again, I will start the day with my hardest task.
Good. A speaking challenge. Choose your frog for today, then say it aloud. For example, today my frog is practicing speaking for 10 minutes.
And a reflection challenge. Ask yourself, if I do my most important task every morning for 1 month, how will my life improve?
Now let us close the episode.
For our YouTube listeners, our suggested pinned comment is, what is your frog today and why is it important for you?
And remember, you can download the free PDF for this episode. It includes the full transcript, a book summary, vocabulary lists, grammar notes, and pronunciation tips.
And as always, thank you for listening. We hope this episode inspires you to take action, build confidence, and learn English with joy.
2 voices, 1 goal. Better English, better you. Bye for now.